Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to start with exercise 2.2 chapter 2 polynomials of class 10th. The first question says that find the zeros of the following quadratic polynomial and verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. So starting with the question number 1, it's given x square minus 2x minus 8. So we can solve this by splitting the middle term method. We know that the factors of 8 are 2, 2 and 2. So in what way should I form these numbers such that on adding or subtracting they are equal to 2? So I can write as x square minus 4x plus 2x minus 8, because 4 into 2 equals to 8 and 4 minus 4 and plus 2 equals to negative 2. So here I can take x as common, x minus 4, and here 2 as common, x minus 4. Here I am going to get x plus 2 and x minus 4. So how can I find the zeros? X plus 2 equals to 0, so x equals to negative 2. And x minus 4 equals to 0, so x equals to positive 4. Now I can consider this to be alpha and this to be beta. So I can write alpha plus beta equals to negative b by a, or alpha plus beta equals to negative coefficient of x divided by coefficient of x square. So alpha negative 2 plus 4 equals to 2. And over here negative b equals to negative 2 upon a, that's 1. Because if there's no number then it means 1. So here I am going to get minus minus cancelled 2. Both of them are equal. Next I can see that alpha beta equals to c upon a. So alpha minus 2 multiplied by 4 equals to minus 8. And c equals to minus 8 upon 1. So it gives me minus 8. And so we have verified the relation between the zeros and the coefficient. Now we will be solving the second part of the first question. It says that 4s square minus 4s plus 1. So we have to split the middle term. We can how can we find 4? We can write 2 into 2. So we can write that 4s square minus 2s plus 1. Now we can write 2s bracket 2s minus 1 and here minus 1 bracket 2s minus 1, because minus minus will be positive. Now we can take in bracket 2s minus 1 and 2s minus 1. From here I can write 2s minus 1 equals to 0, and this I can write 2s minus 1 equals to 0. From here I'll get, when I'll transpose 1 and then 2 half, and similarly over here I'm going to get half. How can I verify my answer? I can write that we know alpha plus beta equals to minus b upon a, or minus the coefficient of s or x divided by the coefficient of s square. So I can write what is I can consider any of them to be alpha and beta. Let's say this equals to alpha and this equals to beta. So I can write that half plus half. What will half plus half give me? 2 upon 2, and cancelling I'm going to get 1. And over here I can write minus 4 upon a, that's 4. I'm going to get minus minus plus 4 upon 4, 1. Both of them are equal. Similarly, I can write alpha beta means alpha multiplied by beta equals to c by a. So alpha into beta equals to 1 by 2 multiplied by 1 by 2. And what after solving here, I'm going to get 1 upon 4. And here what's c? C is 1 divided by a, 4. Both of them are equal, and hence our answer is verified. Now the third part of the first question says 6x square minus 3 minus 7x. Now we will not solve it in this form, we know that it's not in a standard form. So first we'll be converting in the standard form. 6x square minus 7x minus 3. Now we know that 6 into 3 equals to 18. Now how what number should I choose that on like adding or subtracting I will be getting 18. So I know that it is 9 into 2 and I know that 7 equals to 9 minus 2. So I can write it as 6x square minus 9x plus 2x minus 3. Now on taking common, it's gonna come as plus 2x minus 3. Over here I can take 1 as common, right? So I can write 3x plus 1 and 2x minus 3. So what are the actual zeros of this number? The zeros of this number are or can be found out as x equals to negative 1 by 3, and for this I can write 2x minus 3 equals to 0, so x equals to 3 by 2. Now in order to verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficient of the x and x square, we can write it as alpha plus beta equals to negative b by a. So let's consider this to be alpha and this to be beta. That really doesn't matter. So alpha equals to minus 1 by 3 plus 3 by 2. So in order to make the denominators equal, we are going to multiply this side by 3 and this side by 2. So here I am going to get minus 2 plus 9 upon 3 2s are 6. Here I am going to get 7 upon 6. Now what about this side? Here minus b. B is not 3 but it is 7. So negative 7 and there is a minus sign already, so it's going to be 7 upon a. A here is 6. So both of them are equal, and so one relationship is verified. Secondly, we know that alpha beta equals to c by a. So we can write alpha, that is negative 1 by 3 multiplied by 3 by 2. What am I going to get here? I am going to get minus 3 by 6. What about this side? What is c? C is negative 3 and a is 6. We can further cancel them as negative 1 by 2 and negative 1 by 2. Both of them are equal and hence this relationship is verified. Now for the fourth part of the first question, it says that 4u square plus 8u. So here only two terms are given. So we can take something common out of them. We can take 4u as common and I can write u plus 2, right? So what can I write now? 4u plus 0 and u plus 2, right? Or I can just simply write 4u. So 4u equals to 0 and u equals to 0 upon 4, which is equal to 0. And in this case u plus 2 equals to 0, so u equals to negative 2. I can consider 0 to be alpha and beta to be negative 2. Now we know that alpha plus beta equals to negative b by a. Here alpha is 0 plus minus 2. So I am going to get 0 minus 2, which is minus 2. Then negative b by a. And we know that what is b here? B is 8. So negative 8 upon a. A is 4. On cancelling, I am going to get negative 2. Both of them are equal. Next, I can again verify by saying that alpha into beta equals to c by a. So what is alpha beta? Alpha here is 0 multiplied by negative 2, which is going to be 0. And c here is nothing but 0. So 0 upon 4 again is equal to 0. In this way, we have verified the answer of the fourth part. Now for the fifth part, t square minus 15. Over here, I will be writing t square minus 15 equals to 0. So if I transpose this 15 over there, I'm going to get 0 plus 15. So t square equals to 15. In order to remove this sign, I can write that t equals to under root 15. Positive and negative both. Now, in this case, alpha equals to negative under root 15 and beta equals to positive under root 15. How can I verify my answer? I can write alpha plus beta equals to negative b by a. So, what is alpha in this case? Negative 15 under root 15 and beta positive under root 15. Plus minus, both of them are going to get cancelled and I'm going to get an answer 0. Now over here, negative b, there is no value of b given, which means b equals to 0. 0 upon 1. I'm going to get 0. Both of them are equal. Next, alpha beta equals to c by a. Alpha negative 15, beta positive 15. Plus minus minus, and under root by under root will be cancelled and I'm going to get 15. And c by a. What is c here? Negative 15 upon 1, which means negative 15. In this way, the fifth answer is also solved. So, in the sixth part of question number 1, we see 3x square minus x minus 4. So, 3 into 4 equals to 12. So, what should I add or subtract such that answer comes 1? I can write it as 3x square minus 4x plus 3x minus 4. Here I am going to take x as common, 3x minus 4, and here 1 as common, 3x minus 4. Now here we could have taken 3 over here and 4 over here, but our answer would be coming as x plus 1, and over here I would have to put a negative sign, and so it would not be equal. So we are going to take it in this way. Now on taking common, I'm going to get x plus 1 bracket 3x minus 4. So x equals to negative 1 and x equals to 4 upon 3. Let's consider negative 1 to be alpha and 4 upon 3 to be beta. Now I can write alpha plus beta equals to minus b upon a. So alpha plus beta, here I can take the LCM as 3. I can write minus 3 plus 4 upon 3. Here I am going to get 1 upon 3. Now negative b. Negative b means here the coefficient is 1. So negative 1, and again there is a minus sign, so it's going to be positive. Upon a, that's 3. It is equal to 1 upon 3 and hence one part is verified. Next, alpha beta equals to c by a. So alpha multiplied by beta will give me minus 4 upon 3. And here c by a. So here c is negative 4 upon a. A is 3. Both of them are equal, and with this we finish question number 1 of exercise 2.2.